Greetings and peace to everybody out there on the planet that I know and understand to be T-Mat, Mother Gaia, or Earth. I'm saying loving energy to you all, hoping and praying for the best for all of you in your everyday life. I just want a few minutes of your time. Just a few minutes, because I've come to understand that one thing that will wake up the children of God in an instant is the truth. Not what they hear, not what they see, but what they feel. So I'm going to give you some truth, and I hope you'll understand this, because if you just listen to this, I guarantee you, you'll have a better understanding of what's going on around you. Let me tell you about the school system. See, when your children go to school, at that age, they still have a good spark of God in them. But when they go to the school, you see, the things that the people teach in school, it doesn't vibe with them. You see, these the children of God. You know, the same ones out there doing the shooting, the same ones out there doing the killing, the same ones out there doing whatever it is that y'all call wrong, and which I don't call anything wrong, I don't call anything right. Because if God, the Creator, created everything, then it is what it is. However, these are the children that God that are being prosecuted and persecuted because they were programmed and they poisoned the fruit from the beginning. They poisoned the fruit and then they punished the fruit. You see, they threw fertilizer on the seeds from the beginning. So a lot of people may not understand certain things. However, enough is enough. So see if you understand this. The school system only teaches you to be poor. In other words, to be a slave. Teaches you to be poor, to be an employee. Oh, you could be a doctor, you could be a lawyer, you could be a specialist, but they ain't gonna never teach you about power, which is money. Why they don't teach us nothing but money? Hey, how we play Monopoly, they ain't even much had a Monopoly game in the school. They ain't want you to learn nothing about money, because they're gonna be wanting to take that right back from you, and if they teach you the game, then you'll be another player just like them. And they don't know how to deal with you, because they ain't gonna know when you're bluffing or when you got them. So they don't teach you about money. And if you ask the school principal, they will tell you, the government don't allow us to teach about money. Now come on now, this don't make a difference. And if you the school principal, you got some kind of education. So if you got some kind of education, then you know the power of money. So if you going along with the government telling you that you can teach the students to become powerful by making money, then you down with them folks. You might put on a Mason ring and look bling bling. You might put on the baddest suit and drive the baddest ride. You might have the baddest jet, the most expensive yacht. But you ain't no more part of God. See, you done break off. Because if you were still a part of God, then you would teach the truth. See, the truth shall set you free. The truth, the light, the way. And if you ain't telling the people the same thing that them people who got all that money know to make that kind of money, then you ain't part of God no more. See, money carry power. They only teach what they're told. For you to get a job, get married, buy a car, go to the movie, go out, have some fun, go back home, come back, make them rich by working every day, or poverty. And you see, once you get caught up in that part of it, then your ego starts to take over. You want to get a house, you want to get a credit card, you want to get the baddest car on the block, you want to get diamonds, you want to get jewelries. But you see these things? I know and understand it's not your fault, because most of the things you are doing, you have been having passed down to you from your parents. Now, who would you trust most than your mother, your father, your granny, your auntie, big sis, big brother? And if you are doing that, what they taught you, you become a part of what we call the program, the system, the matrix. Hell, you must understand that we came to this planet for a specific reason. Every seed for a specific reason. Look around you. To get Mother Gaia, or Earth, back to her original state, the Garden of Eden. You can't actually believe in a God and believe that he or she would bring you into a world or family of suffering. So it's obvious that God does not have control of Mother Earth. And I shouldn't say control, because the universe doesn't create that way. Everything is created with free will. So if God or good is not in control of the planet, then bad or devil is. So our purpose in this dream is to respect our Creator. In other words, make the world a more loving and peaceful planet. Seeds are what God uses to create. So when a family becomes pregnant, that spark of light that you ejaculated into her is a gift from God. A spark from his very existence down your chakra into your heart, then your peanut or phallus, and from the moment you enter into the darkness of her space or womb, the devil knows, and he sends all the negative energy he has placed in your mother's womb from a life of programming, and they attack the sperm or light, trying to stop one of the Creator creations to be born. However, our Creator knows what his opposition is. And that's why when you ejaculate into the darkness or womb, there are millions of sperm cells or light. But most of the sperm cells you ejaculate are very weak from your programming. The way you eat, the lifestyle you live. However, that sperm cell or light you do ejaculate gives God the opportunity to bless you if you are creating out of love, the highest elevation of understanding, the vibrations you had with your first love, or the feelings you used to have before he completely took over your mind with his programs. When you felt that vibe, that love you feel for a loved one no longer here, that's the spark that God put into you to come through. So soon as the devil knows that God is trying to send another one of his soldiers into his domains, he attacks the light. You see, we're supernatural before you came into this world. Why do you think that the devil or the darkness killed the millions trying to stop you from being born? All those other sperm cells just died off. A sacrifice for the strongest. Supernatural. But this thing is, if he couldn't stop you, his thing is, if he couldn't stop you from coming in, he will be waiting on you to come out the womb. See? He ain't gonna play fair. You know he ain't gonna play fair. He is the devil. He is the ego. He is the small little child. He gotta have his way. My way or no way. Think about it. Nigga, if I can't have that girl, you ain't gonna have him. Man, shit. Man, I done gone and did that girl, and I come back home, and that girl goddamn cheat on me. Well, what about the time, goddamn it, she been, goddamn it, doing everything you been doing, and you been out there, goddamn it, cheating on her? Oh, shit, that ain't even the bad part. The bad part about it is, what about the goddamn it time when goddamn it, not only that, what about if she been in your shoe and you been in her shoe, what you gonna do? You gonna be a virgin and wait for 5 and 10 years? You see, that's the ego, because if you really understood and you really cared about that female, then you wouldn't even much be on that level, man, especially if they rode with you and everything. You see, love is the highest elevation of understanding. So as soon as you come out, once you done make it through the womb, he be waiting on you to come out. He's shitting already. Excuse me. He's very upset that you made it through because he know who and what you were created from. He knows where you came from. He knows why you are here. So this is what he does from the beginning. Please listen. He has one of his demons or doctors to slap the shit out you as soon as you come out. Pop, pop. To put his mark on you from running away from his goons in the womb or in the darkness or in the wilderness, whatever you want to call them. Slap you until you cry. And soon as you open your eyes and look into that white face that caused you that pain, and naturally you become frightened of that face, that white face. That's the fear he implant in our children from the beginning. Do you really want to know why Jesus' conception was immaculate? It had nothing to do with her being a virgin. Not in the worldly sense of being a virgin. It was only because she wasn't programmed. They hadn't gotten their claws because she never believed in the world and the system. She believed in nature and living life peacefully, and they couldn't break her spirit, and that spirit gave God a direct line, a pure way to send Jesus and knew he would make it on his journey for his purpose. Her womb had nothing negative, no negative energy to attack that light coming into the world. If you are not programmed about the materialistic parts and the things of this world, they don't make you chase after them. You only have them to be for the enjoyment. You are the master of these things, and they are not the master of you. You may be fruitful and multiply because this is your purpose in life. But your purpose in life is also to let others have the opportunity to see the world the way you see it, to share. But if you are not programmed and you see things for what they are, just a little, and not appear to be, then you are a virgin, because you are only in this world, but not of the world. In the eyes of the wise. I'm going to finish this. It's going to be a part 2, it's going to be a part 3, and it's going to be parts and parts and parts and parts and parts and parts and parts until we connect. It's the way the universe works. It's called numbers. And if anything resonates with what I have said within you, then you will pass it along, and that will add on to the numbers. Each one, teach one. Just a spark. A spark becomes a flame, and a flame becomes the light, the truth, the way. Much love. Peace.